And we're live. Hey guys, this is a Borderlands 3 podcast talking about some stuff that we know, some stuff that we speculate. I had to turn this down just a little bit more. So, Talon, if you want to take it away.
Well, I mean, I was figuring you were gonna start it off with something.
I don't really have much.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of hype over it.
A lot of hype.
I think a lot of people were surprised by the release date, the announcement of the release date.
Which one is it again? September, what, 13th?
Yeah, September 13th.
For Epic, the Epic Store.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about.
If you want it on Steam, it'll come out in April.
We'll talk more about that a little bit later. But, we have, some speculation as far as story goes. You know, we have character stuff that we know about, you know, returning characters, the characters we're going to be playing as, potentially new mechanics, so on and so forth, that we're going to be talking about. So, if you guys want to take it away.
Okay. What have y'all guys heard about the new Vault Hunters?
I haven't heard much, other than I know I'm going to be playing, oh god, what was his name again? Zane?
Zane, the operative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new Siren is, you were saying she was a melee-based Siren?
Well, from everything that I've seen, it's pointing to her being a melee style character, kind of like Brick was.
Yeah.
I mean, she did have 6 giant arms pop out of her.
Well, her three moves, like the 3 moves she has a phase lock, which she can lock up to 3 enemies, and then she has her ground pound, which is basically just an AoE like slam attack.
Yeah. Let's take a second just to talk about Brig's majestic stash. Because it's about to pop up in the video that I've got playing right now.
Right.
Okay, no, never mind. It's talking about the Calypso twins. Which, they're interesting just on that alone. But, so, apparently there's a new element. Oh, nope. Here's his majestic stash.
The new element thing kind of pops up later in the video, but, or at least that's what it's speculated to be a new element, based off of, like, leaked information and things like that.
Yeah. What do you suspect the element might be?
Well, I mean, there's rumor. The rumor is it's some sort of like nuclear element.
Would make sense. Do you think it has anything to do with like a new currency that'll pop up? Because we opened up a second vault on Pandora, kind of like Slag and Iridium for the second game.
Really and truly, I don't know. I mean, there's nothing that points to it.
Yeah, but I don't remember there being anything that pointed to it in the trailer for 2.
True.
And the whole guns with legs. Guns with legs. That's all I gotta say. Guns with legs. Guns don't kill people. They do now.
They do now.
So you were saying you saw potentially a new slide mechanic?
Well, I mean, if you go through that trailer like bit by bit,
Mm-hmm.
and when it starts moving fast and you slow it down and you can see each frame,
Mm-hmm.
there is several frames where it very well looks like it should, like they're sliding.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so sorry, I'm watching the second actual trailer, and it just showed the Calypso twins glowing almost like they were sirens.
Well, the girl is definitely a siren.
Okay.
From the what I've heard and read online is the male has the ability to steal other sirens' powers. But
Isn't that exactly what Jack was trying to do to Maya?
You
Yes.
talking about to Lilith?
Oh, I'm sorry, Lilith. That's what I meant. Yeah, to Lilith. Isn't that exactly what Jack was trying to do to Lilith?
Kinda, yeah.
Steal her powers?
But she was just trying to use her powers, not actually physically take them into into his body.
So he's like an anti-siren.
Yeah, essentially.
Interesting. And
Because
forget-
sirens can't be male. Sirens can only be female.
yeah, I forget the
So the lore says.
I forget the actual amount, but how many sirens can there be at one point in time? I know there's a limited amount.
6?
6?
There's only allowed 6 in the world.
Okay.
In order for another one to come in, one has to die.
Yeah.
But we've had 2 die already.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Both of the in 1 and 2, both of the people leading you to the vault were sirens. Correct?
No, it was only the one.
Oh, it was only the one in 2?
Her name was Steel.
Yeah.
And then the second one that died was Angel in 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then as of this Borderlands, we got 4 in this Borderlands
That we know of.
that we know of. That we're absolutely sure it are sirens.
Mm-hmm. You've got Lilith. What's her name in the second one?
Maya.
The female Calypso twin, and the new siren.
You're right.
So, there's 4. I have a feeling we're probably gonna come across the other 2.
I only wish they would have kept with the redhead theme with the.
Well, if we come across the other 2, they're going to be small children.
Yeah, most likely. Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, no. If we come across the other 2 in Borderlands 3, they've got to be kids.
Yeah.
Because we've already lost 2 of the older sirens.
Yes.
And there hadn't been enough time for them to grow yet. So yeah,
Well,
they're gonna be kids if we come across them.
There would be some time, because what's the time difference in between 2 and 3? Do we have any speculation on that?
We haven't actually been officially told, but I'm gonna say somewhere between 5 and 7 years, between 2 and 3.
I'm gonna say a little bit longer, just judging by.
Because I mean, teenagers are teenagers.
judging by Tina's character model, she looks to be like 18, 19.
Which would be, what?
10
To
years?
7 years.
5 to 7 years, yeah.
Oh, is it 5 to 7?
Yeah, because
Yeah, I
she
wanna
was
say she
13 and 2.
I was gonna
And
say, I want to say she was right around 13 and 2.
Yeah, 5 years later she'd be 18.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
Or I would say she's somewhere between 11 and 13 during 2.
if you, it actually says in 2 she's the most dangerous 13-year-old. It's in
Yeah.
Oh,
her.
that's right. That's right. It does. When you first meet her out, when you're collecting kits for her. That's right.
Mhm.
I forgot about that. It does say she's the most dangerous 13-year-old.
Okay,
Of course, I'd
this
be
is
a little scared of a 13-year-old playing around with explosives himself.
this is interesting. It just I'm in the reveal trailer again, and it just showed the Calypso twins again. I didn't notice it, but the male Calypso twin has, so you know how the female sirens have the blue lines in
And
their
he has
body?
the red tattoos.
He has the
Yeah,
red
he's got the
tattoos
red
up by his face. So he very well could be the male version of a siren.
But later on in there, when it shows Lilith on the ground, she's missing her tattoos,
Yep.
and he has red tattoos running down his arm.
Yeah.
So, but maybe that's how a male gets their powers, is they have to strip them from a female.
It's possible.
Well, but then later on, it seems like he's transferring his powers over to his sister. He steals them and then sends them to his sister.
I just saw what you were talking about with the whole sliding mechanic. It's very slow, but you can see the character's feet in front of them.
Yep.
That's gonna be a Gearbox thing.
So that is there is almost definitely a sliding mechanic, which is going to open up
Gonna be,
whole
gonna be
new
a Gearbox
avenues
ad
for
right
combat.
That's gonna be a Gearbox ad right there.
There's going to be a whole new avenue for combat. I can see some of these firefights just getting intense.
I still can't decide which character to play.
I already know what character I'm playing.
You always play the same character, so it never matters. To you,
Hey
it
now,
doesn't matter.
it's not always the same character.
Okay, let me rephrase that. You always play the same type of class.
Unless it's a game that doesn't have firearms. Then I play up close and personal.
In which case, you still play a long-range character.
No, I don't.
I'm sure you play somebody with spells.
No.
No?
No, in Final Fantasy XIV, I play a Dragoon.
I don't have such clue.
I'm up
He's
in
a
the shit.
A
I'm
Lancer,
all-
there you go.
I'm on the enemy's ass. 9 times out of 10.
I'm the one that's at a distance.
Yeah, that's me. I'm more of a distance guy. Unless I've got firearms. If I've got firearms, then I'd like to be up close and personal.
Yeah, but like I said, I was gonna say, in Borderlands, I'm a very run and gun, shotguns and SMGs.
Exactly.
Whereas
Shotguns and SMG.
Whereas I'm the guy sitting back with a sniper rifle, but I've got a shotgun in case somebody gets close.
Although in Borderlands 2, I did enjoy the Purging Infinity. That was a beautiful weapon.
Oh yeah.
And I'm hoping they have something along the lines of that in 3. I really do.
So, Deadly, you were looking up the different tiers for the pre-order, right?
Yes.
Do you remember what they were?
There are 3 tiers for the PC and 4 tiers for the console.
You want to go over those in the prices for them?
So you've got the base game, which is $60 across all platforms. And then you have the, I think it's $80 for the deluxe edition, which comes with a couple of extra like accessories. Like
Mhm.
you'll get a couple of new weapons right out of the box. You'll
Yeah.
get a grenade mod, and you'll get
Some skin stuff.
yeah, and some skin stuff. And then after that, you've got the $100 version, which is the super deluxe version. It comes with everything the deluxe version does, plus the season pass.
Mhm.
And then for the consoles,
I was gonna say,
there's
what's
a
this?
200. For the consoles, there is a $250 pre-order that comes with a actual Pandora or an actual like a chest of stuff. You get a Pandora, or you get a cloth map of one of the worlds. I think it's Pandora. A couple of figurines and some other stuff.
Yeah. Now you get the vault chest that basically, you know, the golden keys from 2 and 3.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You get that chest, and that has all of that other stuff in it.
yeah. On top of if you already owned, I think it's 1, 2, or the pre-sequel before you play 3, uh, you'll get a bonus like 100. I think you get 100 bonus gold keys right from the start, just for
Oh,
being a loyal player.
Oh, hell yes. I wonder if it does it for each game that you've got.
No, it's just if you have
No,
any of
it's
the
just if you
Okay.
have one of those 3, you get 100 keys
Okay.
from the get-go.
Okay. Still,
And I was
that's
like,
that's great.
That's pretty sweet.
Alright.
The new Borderlands Game of the Year edition, the first one that they just released.
Mhm.
If you owned any of the other ones, you got bonus gold keys in that one too.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I gotta
need
do
to
that because I've got
reset
2.
my shift password so I could actually get onto there.
But so let's go over all the characters that we know are returning, and the fate of a couple characters that were still alive at the end of 2 that passed in the Tales series,
And
because not everybody
Yeah.
played the Tales.
Not everybody played the Tales. I am one of those. I have played through the first 3 episodes. I have not played the last 2.
So we know
So
we
the
have.
little spoiler that I was given earlier kind of ruined it.
Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. I'm still gonna play them. I still gotta know what happens. Well, I mean, I watched Eagle play most of them, but I still
Yeah.
didn't know that Scooter had passed.
So we know
I
we
thought
have.
I thought he had died in 2.
No. So we know we've got Brig back. We know we have
Brick is coming back. We've seen
Lilith.
Maya and Lilith.
Maya.
We have seen Brick.
Mhm.
Mordecai.
We've seen Mordecai. Mordecai is in there with Tina.
Tina.
Obviously Claptrap, because Claptrap can't die.
Claptrap.
Tina's not so tiny anymore.
No, she's
No,
not.
she's not so tiny anymore, and yeah, that's about as far as we'll go with that one.
So Zero's supposed to be coming back.
Yeah, Zero. Well, we see Zero in the trailer with Reese from
Yes,
Tales.
you see Zero. You see Zero in the trailer with Reeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see him now.
Now, obviously,
They also have Crimson Raiders
behind him. Yeah, I saw that.
Crimson Lance beside them too.
I'm assuming Zed's back, or at least his machines are gonna be there.
We
I know
haven't-
that Moxie and Ellie are both there. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
Moxie and
about
Ellie.
Zed's not shown, and most of the screenshots for the vending machines in 3 have
Mhm.
claptraps on them. They don't have any specific other character.
Interesting.
Interesting. Although that makes a little more sense, considering that there's supposed to be sort of an arms race civil war going on between the different planets.
That would make sense too, because there's a ton of there was
Yeah, from what I understand, the different planets that we will see, each one will have a specific manufacturer that you can get weapons.
yeah, just like well, we saw the beginnings of it in 2 with Hyperion.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, technically we saw it in pre-sequel, but because
Well,
that
I
came
mean,
before too. But
Marcus might actually not be there because Marcus may be out of a job.
no, Marcus was in the trailer. I just
Oh,
watched.
that's right. Marcus was in the trailer. Okay.
So Marcus will be back.
I wonder which gun dealers overlap the most.
I don't know.
Because in
Mark
the first
might
game,
have been
in the
for
first
one
game he liked Jacob, and then the second one he preferred Dahl. So I'm confused.
So we know the Hammerlock family's back.
Yes, and we get to see more of the Hammerlock family, not just Hammerlock.
Mm-hmm. And I suspect at the beginning of the second trailer, not the Mask of Mayhem, but the other one, and Talon's actually the one that made me think of this, but that Psycho walking into the camp without his mask on.
Into the camp with the Calypso twins. Yeah,
without his mask on. Yep.
Yeah, that might be Krieg from Borderlands 2. I was looking at that earlier, going, that character looks awfully familiar.
Because it does look a lot like Krieg.
The only thing that makes it off is the fact that Krieg never wore that kind of Psycho mask.
No, he had his own version of the Psycho mask.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they were beautiful.
Yes.
Krieg's masks in Borderlands 2 were one of the reasons I bought the Psycho, the Psycho expansion, was specifically for his masks because they're fucking awesome.
So we're having female enemies now too.
Yeah, we got female psychos now.
Yeah, we'll have a couple of female bad guys. That'll be nice.
I want to know, because it just showed it in the Mask of Mayhem trailer, who that robot is with the sniper rifle. Or if that's one of Zane's abilities.
I think that might be one of Zane's abilities.
In which case, I'm definitely playing Zane.
To be honest, I think I want to try my hand at the Beastmaster. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to some of the new vehicles, like that single-wheeled cycle.
Oh yeah, the gyro wheel.
Yeah, the gyro cycle.
That's gonna be great.
That's gonna be intense.
And the fact that they've given us more customizations for our vehicles is gonna be even better.
Right?
Now, if I get to choose which weapons are on my vehicle at once, I'll lose it.
Right? Well, you kind of did in 2 with some of them. You got to choose between the 2 weapons.
Well, yeah. Well, even in 1, you had the option between the 2 types of weapons on the runner.
Right. But what I'm saying is, like in 2, when you got the extra vehicles, were those the Raider vehicles? Yeah, the Bandit Technicals. I wish I could have put like a rocket launcher on one of those instead of having the one that flings the corrosive barrel.
Yeah.
Or just been able to, or even been able to change the element that I was flinging out of the barrel.
Yeah. Well,
like if we could have an incendiary barrel, that'd be cool.
Well, the new vehicles in 3 seems that we're gonna have more modification abilities. We're gonna be able to modify tires, weapons, all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah.
I want tank treads.
Well, I mean, I'll let Sean. So far, it was normal tires with spikes. And
I
hover
could get
tires.
down with some spike tires. I could do that.
Yeah, and then you have the hover tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I tried my hand at the hovercraft in 2, and nope, I'm good.
Are you talking in the the Hunter expansion?
The Hunter's Grotto, yeah. And Sir Hammerlock's expansion, that thing sucked.
I think they're gonna refine some of the mechanics for that.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Can we go back to the old school Warthog controls?
Drifting around corners.
You know, the controls in 1 were almost Warthog-esque.
Yeah.
Almost. Except the car in Borderlands handled a lot better than that Warthog.
Yeah. I had something I was gonna say, but I forgot what it was. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think that that robot is one of his abilities.
No?
No, because in the second trailer, there's it shows 4 of them walking, and one of those is the robot, and I think he's one of the
I
players.
wonder if that's an enemy.
No, it's a playable character, because he's always running with them.
Is it Beastmaster? The
I don't know yet.
Beastmaster's a robot.
It could be. With the one
that's
eye.
Right. The Beastmaster does get a robot or an armor-esque thing.
No. If you're talking about the Big Mac, that's the soldier bot jock. That's Mose.
No, not the Big Mech. He's human-sized.
Yeah, that's totally the Beastmaster.
Okay. Does he have a name, or is he just, like, known
His
as the
name is
Beast Mech?
Flack.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is Fleck.
Okay.
FL4K.
Yep. Okay, yep.
Because for some reason, nobody on Pandora knows how to use an A.
Claptrap.
I'm
Flack.
kind of surprised that Mara was not M4R4.
I think it's a designation for robots.
Oh, that could be a very good point. Yeah, didn't that giant loader bot have a 4 in his name too?
Mm-hmm. Oh god, what was its name?
I
Bunker.
don't remember.
Bunker.
Bunker. So, what I'd like to know is if the big loader bot that you rescue in 2 is the same loader bot that comes to help Reese and Tails.
I don't know. It's possible.
Because I mean, most loader bots don't have that adaptive AI, and that one did.
Yeah. So how do you think the story is gonna go, guys?
I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that it takes about twice as long as the actual Borderlands 2 took to beat.
Well, it's gonna be. I have a feeling it's gonna be like a race. We're racing the Calypso Twins to a vault. Now, with the end of Borderlands 2 and the whole release of there's multiple vaults.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're racing them to the vaults, and we lose out on all of them but the very last one.
Which is what I'm thinking, which is why we go to 5 different planets. Or at least 5 planets, I should say.
I think we'll get to the vault on each of the planets only to find out that it's already been opened, and we have to go to the next planet looking for the next one.
Well, what Talon was telling me earlier is they're actually trying to keep the vaults closed, or prevent us from opening them. So
Right,
I
they're trying
think
to prevent us from opening them.
I think they're gonna seal them.
Well, that could be it too.
I
Well, I
think
mean,
that we're going to
look what
be
happened.
chasing, like, after we finish, like, even if they do every time we get there, we're a little bit too late until the last one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think the last one is when we're finally gonna, get the final showdown with them.
Yeah, we get that final showdown, and then after that, we're going to be going back to those other vaults, opening them up in, like, huge raid styles.
Okay,
Yeah,
I could
I
see
think
that.
so.
I could see that.
I'm hoping that, okay, so we're looking at somewhere between 4 and 5 planets, right?
I think so.
I'm hoping that the DLCs that are going to come out, because we know there's going to be at least 3. There's always at least 3. Always.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they release them, there's always at least 3. I'm hoping there's 4 of them, and those DLCs give us those raids to open those vaults that have been sealed.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen. Because generally with the DLCs, it's all new stuff. It has nothing really to do with the game.
Yeah. Like Tiny Tina's assault
Normally,
on
yeah.
whatever it was, or the Hunter's Grotto.
I'm thinking once we finish, because you are in Borderlands 2, before you even had the DLCs, when you finish the game, it unlocks a few other large-scale raids that you can do.
Which I'm thinking that's what's going to happen.
It unlocked Terramorphous. It unlocked.
I will be right back.
No, not Son of Cromer. I actually had to buy a Headhunter pack for that.
Yeah.
I know there was another really big. Oh, the wildlife preservation.
Yeah.
But you only got that if you bought a special thing with it. But it didn't unlock until the end of the game. I know there was one more like that. There was another big raid boss.
Yeah.
I know where he's at. I just don't remember his name. And I remember him being a pain in the ass to get to. Oh, he's not a raid boss. Because raid bosses are signified by you having to pay Iridium to get into their arena.
Right.
So the raid bosses, I think the only one we got was Terramorphous.
Yeah.
And then with Tiny Tina's, we got the dragons at the end of Dragon's Keep as a raid.
Yeah.
Hammerlock gave us a new raid. What was that? I almost soloed that damn thing. What was that? There's a bunch of Vorkids and stuff.
I don't remember.
It's over in the Hunter's Grotto. It's the raid boss that was brought
in. I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember.
I want to say that all of them brought in a new raid boss, but I'm having a hard time remembering what Torg's raid boss was. I don't think Torg brought one.
It wasn't the dinosaur car thing, was it?
No, I think that's just the end of his.
That's just the end of his storyline, yeah. There might not have been one in that one.
Here we go. Alright, so the raid bosses that require Iridium. Oh, most raid bosses require Iridium, not all of them. There are 5 marked raid bosses in Borderlands 2 and 2 unmarked raid bosses. Terramorphous,
which was a pain in the ass.
Vermivorous, that's the one in Caustic Caverns and Tundra Express. That's the Varkit raid boss.
Yeah.
Master Gee. And that came from Captain Scarlet's DLC.
Mhm.
Hyperius the Invincible, that came from Captain Scarlet. Pete the Invincible, that's Torg. That's the one for Torg.
Yeah.
For Assidious the Invincible, that's the one in Hammerlock.
Okay. That guy was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, he is kind of a pain in the ass. Dexisuous the Invincible is a secret unmarked raid boss. And he is inside Hammerlock's big game as well.
Yeah. I remember there was 2 inside his.
There's 2 inside his. There's 1 inside of Torg.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 2 inside of Captain Scarlet.
The badass creator of Badassitude.
And then there's 2 in the normal actual game.
Yeah.
Right.
So there are your 7. Jeez.
So on to
Now I've done all of those but 1.
onto the characters that we know 100% are confirmed dead. We know I had his name and then it just disappeared. Roland is dead. He died in 2. We knew that from the end of 2. And then in Tales, Scooter bit the dust. Literally and figuratively.
But he went out in style.
He did. That he did.
Okay, so the people that have died are Boom,
Mm-hmm.
Bossa Nova, Commandant Steele, Dumpy, Felix, Finch, Gary, General Pollux, Jack, Hugo, Kroger, Nisha, Nakayama, Roland, Saul, Shade, the Traveler, Tommy, Valerie, and Yvette.
And Scooter.
Those are all the characters that have died in all of the Borderlands games.
And Scooter. I don't know why Scooter's not on that list.
No, those are just the ones from Tales. What the?
Oh, no, that's Tales.
Well,
Back. Borderlands series.
Hold up.
what you got?
Alright, never mind. I was like, wait, this is something from Telltale saying that Scooter's not dead, but no, he's dead.
Okay, apparently there's another Borderlands game.
Oh?
Borderlands Legends.
Okay.
It was released along the same time as Borderlands 2. It was an iOS spin-off game. It was more of a strategy game than an RPG, and it played from a top-down perspective. You played all 4 Vault Hunters from Borderlands, the original one.
Interesting.
I'm gonna see if they've got a plot for
4-player
it.
real-time strategy. Ooh, okay, so Borderlands Legends. All
Mhm.
characters have kept their abilities from the original Borderlands, so you've got Brick, Roland, Lilith, and Mordecai.
Mm-hmm.
But also have gotten a sub-ability, which is to assist the other characters. Roland is a healer, Brick is a shield, Lilith has movement speed, and Mordecai has player accuracy and weapon power.
Okay. Granted, you'd need an Apple product to be able to play that.
Yes, you do need an Apple product. And it was released in 2012.
Mm-hmm. So I don't even know if it's still on the Apple App Store.
There's no telling. Interesting.
Yeah. To say the least. So do we want to talk about how Scooter met his demise?
Well, I mean, don't want to spoil it for anybody.
True. True. What else was I going to talk about? I don't remember. Oh,
What
yeah.
do you think about them adding, possibly adding weapon mods in it?
I think it adds a new level of customization that is intense and
Yeah.
would make the game replayable a million times over.
I wonder if Moxie's gotten her 4th husband yet. Surely
I don't know.
she's on number 5 or 6 by now.
I don't know. But, so with the whole it being released on the Epic Store first, I'm of the opinion, and there's, Deadly, you did a little bit of research on this right before we went live. They're going to be trying to do cross-platform, correct?
It appears that they are looking at using Epic to help them with the cross-platform play, because Epic has been such a big, voice in the cross-platform playability.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's good.
Now, granted, we still have to get, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo all to agree to everything.
I mean, I know Microsoft is open to it. Really, the big hamper on that has been Sony.
As it sits, but when it was first approached several years ago, when the 360 and PS3 were out, it was Microsoft that was doing the backpedaling, saying, no, we can't do this, and Sony was all for it.
Yeah, but at that point in time, Microsoft didn't have the infrastructure set up for it.
No, they really didn't. And
So,
now with the Xbox being on the, basically the same exact kernel as their operating system, basically runs the exact same way as a computer.
Yep. But now they've got the infrastructure for it. So now they're for it. Back then, they honestly couldn't. It would have destroyed their servers.
Yep. Oh, I'm aware.
So that's why they had to backpedal then. And they straight up said that. Sony...
I know There are several games now where you can play on PC, Xbox, and Switch together, or PC, or PC, PS4, and Switch. But the PS4 and the Xbox still cannot see each other.
Wrong. There is one game that I know of where you can play PC and Xbox. Or not PC and Xbox, PS4 and Xbox.
What?
Fortnite. An Epic Games game.
Then that's new, because the last time I checked on the Fortnite stuff, they were still making it to where PS4 and Xbox could not see each other.
Nope. Because I have played on my PC with somebody that was on PS4 and somebody else that was on Xbox, all in the same game.
Then they fixed that problem. But yeah, there for a while, they were having issues, and it was, you could play with PC and PS4, or you could play with PC and Xbox, but you could not play with, even if you had the PC player start the lobby, you could not have an Xbox player and a PlayStation player in the same lobby.
And that was back in December. Because that was when my brother was home on leave.
So. But knowing that Epic has, made big strides in that, I'm kind of with 2K here. You might want to put your best foot forward, and Epic's looking at making it cross-platform for everybody. I wouldn't mind being able to, throw on my Xbox and have my wife join me while I play on the PC.
I would not mind being able to play with different people on different consoles either.
Now, what would be nice is if we got a couple of games that, didn't limit us to only 4 players. Borderlands.
They didn't limit us to only 4 players, but didn't have like everybody and their brother slammed into one server.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I understand why they do it. I completely understand. I just wish they would give you the ability, if you were like hosting a private game on your console, that you could have more than 3 players join you.
Yeah.
Well, the whole lore is there's only 4 Vault Hunters.
Like Minecraft did. I mean, give us the ability to buy an off-site server just like Minecraft.
That might be something for a future that they might take into account.
Ark did that. Ark gave you the ability to run an off-site server now.
I just saw a giant mech shooting ice. I didn't realize that at first.
Okay, so have they confirmed any of the elements? Are we getting new elements? Are we keeping the same elements? What's up?
Well, from rumors and leaks, it sounds like we're getting a new element, and all I've heard it being called is nuclear or something like that.
Interesting.
Yes.
And I'm sitting there going,
I mean, are we talking, Fallout nuclear? Or are we talking, Hiroshima nuclear? What are we talking here?
That's what I'm saying.
Jesus.
It's just a rumor or a rumor of a supposed leak that I seen or heard about.
I don't know. I think an ice element would be kind of nice. I think that'd be
But we're
cool.
getting Cryo back. Cryo's coming back from the pre-sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So that's what I just saw.
And I think we're getting slag and stuff from 2 also.
Good.
Well, that'll be good. Slag was always a personal favorite. Always.
Oh yeah.
Are you kidding? I walked around with a gunzerker with a slag rifle and a fire rifle, and just gunzerked them.
My favorite was the slag sniper rifle. I don't remember the name of it, but it was one of the higher end sniper rifles. It's been a while since I've played 2.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the legendary.
I think so.
Because each element had their own. Well, okay, not all of the weapons had an element because some weapons just didn't come with an element.
Yeah.
But the ones
No,
that did,
this dropped from
usually
the
the
dragons.
legendaries had a specific element on it.
Yeah.
Like the Malawan sniper was a fire one, and it's called the Volcano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
This
I mean,
one
we're also
dropped.
getting lasers from pre-sequel also.
What do you beat lasers?
We're getting laser guns.
Oh,
Pew.
okay. I haven't played the
Pew
pre-sequel.
pew.
We're getting pew-pews.
Yes.
That'll be
Pew. Pew pew. Pew.
Sneak attack. Pew pew pew.
So, yeah, the sniper rifle I'm talking about, it dropped from the dragons raid boss.
Yep. At the end of Tiny Tina.
Yep. And it was so badass.
Well, that raid was kind of a pain in the ass because if you didn't kill the dragons in the right time, in the right order, you were screwed.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I went in there with random people and got wiped because they didn't know the order you were supposed to kill the dragons.
I don't remember the order.
I don't either. I always have to look it up. Every time I go through there, I have to look it up.
Yeah.
But I've already beaten Borderlands 2, so I need to move on to Borderlands 1 and the pre-sequel.
Same.
Because I still haven't beaten 1.
Nope. I need to.
I've gotten close to the end, but never
I've
actually...
not. I've not. I've never even finished the Catch a Ride quest.
Wow. There's so much you haven't seen.
I know.
I should go install that when my wife gets home.
What's that?
Borderlands on the PC. I should go install that. We can all play.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you guys have
The
anything else
Xbox
you want to
doesn't
talk
wanna let-
about?
Issue I've been having is I actually have to go into the file and find it and launch it straight into the game instead of clicking on the desktop icon.
So,
Well,
is
that blows.
there anything else you guys want to talk about Borderlands 3 that you can think of?
No. I think we've covered everything.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna call it.